Hello everyone, welcome to our first webinar at 4Geeks, and today we are going to talk about the importance of a DevOps on a successful project. This is me, I'm Sergio Monge, and I'm the CTO at 4Geeks. You can see here my email. You can reach out to me every moment you need it. I'm really open to collaborate, to start with projects. I'm really excited about it. I like to share all the possible information, and that's why we are doing this. We are creating this webinar, and we will talk a lot in other webinars for the next future. Now, Puppet, which is a DevOps tool, let's say that is an automated tool, we'll describe, says that improving the software delivery cycle at every stage can improve software quality, stability, and business outcomes. And that's what DevOps is about to deliver software, to deliver products in a better way, not the traditional code process. So let's go with what DevOps is. And DevOps is not a position or not a person specific. It's a culture where everyone is communicated, everyone is under the same umbrella. There's no lacking communication there. We try to break down the silos between operations and devs. So, which is basically the finality to create a bridge to put the development and the operation on the same page, under the same umbrella. That's the real goal here. And DevOps is like a lot of processes and a lot of tools working together to make an amazing product. At 4Geeks, we are using DevOps for different clients and even for our own products. And that's really fantastic, the way we deploy more than once in a day. It's really amazing. You can say that it's totally impossible or why you are doing that. But it's basically because we are not waiting too long to deploy new code, to deploy new features. And that's fantastic because we don't have to test a lot of things in one batch. We just create dynamic deployments, very recurrent, and that's really amazing. And I will talk about it later for sure. Now, this is a well-explanatory image because this is the finality of DevOps is to break down this wall of confusion between development and operations. And it's because traditionally we have the development team that it's creating a lot of code, creating amazing code, and we have the operation teams, which is trying to get the stability and the platform to be working as it is. But with the confusion, we may face some misunderstanding in communications, because we can have our development team doing code, but the operation team is not prepared for receiving that amount of code or deploy some code that is not needed and specific. And that's why I want to tell you about an horror story. Some days ago, I was like viewing a GitLab, which is a source control platform, a GitLab webinar about the same topic, about DevOps. And the presenter, which name was Victor Hernandez, he is the solution guy for GitLab. He was telling about this story. I've never heard about it, and I was like, oh my God. Why? Because this is the story about Night Capital, which was a trading firm. They was like with an old feature that they wasn't using anymore. They turn it off with a flag, like the flag is in false or true, I don't know, but it was disabled. Now they will go to they deploy a new code that uses the same exact flag. I don't know why, but they did it. And one guy was in charge about the deployment of the code for the 5 different servers, 5 or 6, I don't recall right now. But the thing is that the developer deploy to only 5 servers. One was not with the correct code, with an updated code. So what happened is that the flag in turn was used by the old feature and the new feature. The new feature needed turn on. So when they turn on the flag, one server was running the old feature. So the chaos appeared. They went bankrupt in 45 minutes. They lost 400 millions, and in 45 minutes, it's totally crazy about how they went bankrupt for a simple flag, for a simple misunderstanding on the deployment. And you can say that it may be solved by just not using a flag. You don't have to use a flag. But we can see it in another way, that if we have the deployment automated, that doesn't happen. It's totally unacceptable to lose that amount of money and going to bankrupt because a code leak or something like that. So with that being said, there's too many ways to fail on delivering, to break down our code, to destroy business, as you may saw. So bad communication is the first, and that's really important because I'm really paranoid about communication. I like the teams to be communicating regularly every day, to know each other, because communication is the key of every success project or success thing in life. Without bad communication, you can misunderstand something, a requirement or a process, and that can destroy business. Other thing that can fail on delivering is non-infrastructure automation, and that's barely what happened with our story before. There are a lot of infrastructure services out there, like Amazon or Google or Rackspace or whatever. But the idea to have automated the infrastructure is not to reinvent to do things that are there working, and we don't want to create it again. For example, the servers in this case. So if we have 5 servers on production, we don't want to build every server from scratch, installing Nginx, installing everything. It's a loss of money, a waste of time. There's a lot of not good things out there. But automated with Google, for example, which we really enjoy to work with, you can have your infrastructure up and running in some hours, and you can have your scales. You can put more horsepower when needed, or turn off some servers when doesn't need it. That's really amazing. And also about this topic, we have a blog entrance about Google and Amazon. This is like a compare text I did. So it's really good, and I argue to look at this. Okay, continue. Other way to fail is waiting too long to integrate. And why? You may feel safe if you wait like 3 weeks to deploy your code, but no, it's totally not good to wait too long. Why? Because we can have a significant amount of code to be delivered. That's difficult to test. There's a lot of ways to fail, and there's different scenarios you may have to take in account, and that is not good. But if you deploy every day, or at least you deploy, let's say, twice per week, you will have to take care about less code, about less functionality, and that's good because you can pivot if you need it easily and quickly. Okay, other ways to fail are like no source control. I mean, we are in 2018, and that's not possible to not have a version control tool. But there's projects out there are working with I don't know, with just local environments and creating different files with dates for control. Also manual deployments. The finality, as I said before, of DevOps is to automate process, and it's not good to have manual deployments, to have people doing the manual deployment, because these people can fail. Okay, if we have the process automated, is better. And there's other ways to fail for sure, but those are the ones that I'm really into to try to eliminate from every project we do. So now the good part, how my business can be benefit about DevOps, because it is not only technical, not only to have everyone happy. It's about how my business can grow and how the outcomes can be growth as well. And the first benefit, and I'm seeing this really, really interesting, and I put it the first place because the faster time to market is the one that says that we are first in market. We are the first one that are doing anything or whatever you can put there. So with DevOps, we can deploy frequently, we can deliver frequently our product, and that's why the first time to market. If you have a strict 3 weeks, you will have to wait 3 weeks to deploy something huge, or a month or 2 months. But if you gradually deploy your code, you can create the structure of the feature of whatever. So you will be the first in market. And as you may know, to be the first in market can be huge, the difference about how you earn on how your business outcomes growth. Communication and collaboration is other benefit you get for your business, because you will decrease the gaps between the different processes, and your team will be aware of about what is the things they have to do exactly, without no walls, without no kind of stuff that can impact negatively to our product. And the bugs will decrease significantly, because we will the test will be automated, or the idea of the test is to be automated. And testing little portion of code, little portion of features. Every day, every time, we will have to test with our development code, our QA code, our staging code, and our production code. So other business benefits are smarter infrastructure, and it can save us a lot of money if we choose the right platform, if we choose the right tools or technology we will have to use for our product. And that's the finality of all of this is to not save money, but to use the money wisely. And that's the thing. If we have, again, 5 servers and we just put it on or off whenever we need it, we are losing money there. There are machines that do it automatically. Google does it, and Amazon does it, and there's a lot of other that does the same. So there's ways to save money or use money intelligent, higher productive. Well, this is really important, because as I said before, we will reduce our bugs. Now we can focus on productive. We can focus on innovation. We can focus on how to make our business better, how to grow our business. Our market team can sell faster, easily, because we will deploy features more in an intense way and more frequently. That's the idea. That the idea is that not focus or not hire people for fixing bugs. That's not good for business. That's kind of waste money. But we can hire people to innovate, to create new cool stuff, to put your ideas into code and put your ideas in your product. That's the goal. That's the goal. And obviously improve the quality and performance. DevOps want to monitor. DevOps want to follow all the code when it's deployed, when it's released. So if we can measure our performance, we can work with that. We can test our product to be the faster in market. We can take care of that. There's no. I mean, the best way to improve is having metrics, and that's the idea. To read metrics to improve with them. Now, DevOps has some continuous life cycle. This is not written in stone, but it's important to know that the cycle, it's an endless loop of improvement in a product. So DevOps is not a goal, but never-ending process of continual improvement. That's what I said. The idea is to do this cycle endless loop, to create it and to have it like our Bible, like to be our day-to-day focus for product. So this is mainly the focus or the cycle we are doing in 4Geeks. It's like the most of, you can find it on internet, and most of them are the same thing. And that's why it's success, because you have to plan everything. You have to put all the things very clear. There are some tools out there. We use Jira, for example, or Trello or other tools to plan, to make it our ideas into cards, into tickets, so the development team can work with. Then with code, as I said before, there are projects where they are not using source control platforms. That's not good. That's not acceptable. So by documenting code, by having the record of commits, record of which one has written X code or whatever, we can track everything. Build and test is about the continuous testing platform, to have automated tests that runs every day or every time we deploy to staging, to QA, to production. So that way we can assure that our product is stable, our product is running, and our product is there for everyone. The releasing and deploy, this is some topics that we do frequently in manual way. And that's the idea of DevOps is to encapsulate all of this and to creating packages like in containers. Containers is like a virtual machine. So everyone has the same exactly virtual machine. Every developer, every QA, everyone involved in the project have the exactly machine. And the word like it was working on my local machine, it just disappeared, because every machine is the same. And that's what we want to do here, to create packages, to have the self-contained code and deploy it as it is in every stage. So there's no surprises, there's no misunderstanding between environments, production, staging, or whatever. And that's it. And also do it automatically. With a command, we can deploy to the different servers almost automatically. Now, the operation and monitoring is about to the metrics, is about to know how our system is behaving in our structure, our smart infrastructure. Sorry. So operation is about it, about to have the best tools, about to have the best set of servers or all the operation things. If we are doing serverless, the best tools for that, or the normal infrastructure of server, we have to make sure we are using the correct platforms for our product. And the monitor, as I said, is to have the metrics to know what's going on our code, how our code is running, and how our code is behaving for the end users, that they are the ones that will finally QA our product. So that's the importance of the cycle, to have the team involved in all this cycle, not only on planning, not only in code, not only on deploying, but have all the team together, all the tools automated. We can save money. We can have a smarter team that doesn't have to be aware of this doing manually, but automated way. So we can focus on increase our business, to increase our outcomes, and to have our clients happy. Now, key elements for successful. I already talked about them during the all the webinar, but basically, as Jim Kim, which is something I really like to hear from. I follow him on Twitter, and I'm learning a lot of him. And he says, currently DevOps is more like a philosophical movement, not yet a precise collection of practices, descriptive or prescriptive. So that's what DevOps is. It's about the people. It's about the processes. It's about how we can improve our cycle to create smarter products that outcomes to our business. It's not a set of tools. If someone is saying that the set of tools that will your product successful is totally wrong. There are a lot of out there, and there's too much tools you cannot imagine. And we can use some of them to improve our process, but the first change have to be internal, have to be on the culture of the people, which are the key part here, people on the culture. Because as Jenkins says, it's about how we think the process have to be, how can we improve the process, and in every stage, how can we automate that? And if the people doesn't understand that, we are going to the wrong way, to the wrong path. So if people and the culture, if we have the culture of automate everything, if you have the culture of frequent deployment and to think about the business, I will make sure your product will be a rock star. Now, processes. Everything is about the processes, about improvement, about how to go about the endless life cycle without dying. And that's really, really, really important for us to be on every specific process of the DevOps culture and improve and use the best automation tools for every step. So I can talk like forever about automation tools, about what tools to use in every stage, that we can be here too much time. And that's not the idea. The idea is about why DevOps is important for a successful project. And that's my goal. And putting these three key elements together, I know the product will be the best on the market. If you have the right talent, if you have the right processes and the right technology, I know your product will be the best. And that's why what we want to do at 4Geeks. We want to put the right people with the right culture of improvement into your product. So your process will be the best for sure. Your process, you will deliver your product easily with no pain, and try to forget about the bugs. We have culture of seeing a bug as normal. but no, it's not normal. I mean, there's always ways to read bugs or to write bugs or to put something wrong. I know it's totally possible, but we want to decrease the possibilities of that. And the tools, we know the right technology, we know the right tools that we have to use to a successful project. So that's basically what I was or I wanted to talk to you on our first webinar. This is a good exercise to share our knowledge, to keep creating amazing products all over the world. And that's why I want to announce that other webinars will appear at your email, or you are already invited for them. We will talk about blockchain. We will talk about machine learning. We will talk how to make products better with the technology we have. There's a lot of topics out there, and I want you to keep in touch with us about in this email you're seeing here, or you can reach out to me personal if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions. We are really open to hear everything. You can follow on my Twitter as well, sir _dev of developer or of DevOps as well. So are you to start digging into this topic is really interesting, is really cool, because we love to work with people, we love to work with excellent products, and nothing. I'm glad that you're here. I hope you have an excellent week, and thank you so much.